voice.
But you know what? It made us so much better. Look
yeah,
at us now.
It sounded like, yo, we used to get our ass beat, but like, it gave us character, bro.
We got character. We're good people now.
Yo.
Nobody, that's
I
crazy.
don't know. But girls do it too, like I said. So I feel like girls don't be having not one hair on their head and they just rolling with a.
They're just bald. They just straight up bald.
No. But I guess be you. Be happy.
Whatever
What
works.
you got, yeah.
Let's get started.
Bang.
It's fine. Okay. Hi guys. Welcome back to another episode of The Least Favored. I'm your host Natalie, and I got my bestie
Toni.
Toni's here, and today we are joined again by Z.
Hi.
And her bestie Jay. I'm gonna still call you Jay.
Thanks for coming back. I enjoyed that episode. It was good.
I loved you guys on the episode,
Yeah.
and I felt like you were, like I told you, honorary co-host because you were asking really good questions on the fly. He was just going with it. So I'm excited to get into some shit today with you guys. I do want to start first before we even do the topic in a bowl with saying rest in peace to Twitch. His name is Steven. I forgot his last name, but he was Ellen DeGeneres' DJ on the show.
Oh my God.
And he committed suicide. Really sad. Like I wasn't
can't
shocked.
believe it. I can't
when I
believe
saw
it.
it, I'm like, yo, and then it just like, I think it just reconfirms how like you can look at somebody and think, oh wow, beautiful family, successful,
Got
happy.
everything.
Exactly.
And then it's not even what it seems. We don't really know, obviously, what he was going through. Nobody has said anything, but just rest in peace. That was sad.
Check, and then I'm just reading something. Check on your strong friends. Check on your friends that are always smiling. Check on your funny friends. Check on your friends that have it all. Depression can make anyone great at masking things. So just check on your friends.
That
bro.
is.
Check on anyone. Even if they're the jokester of the group, just be like, yo,
Sometimes
how
they
are
need
you?
the most check-ins.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a
Because they're the
fact.
ones like,
Sometimes they covered it up. They masters. Like, yo,
Poker
I
face
can't.
game is real, bro.
nah, for real. So yeah, definitely rest in peace to him. All right, so now we can get started with the episode. Let's start with the topic from the bowl. So Jay, you gonna pick the word or the topic?
I got you.
So let's do this. I don't know why I always get nervous.
If you can't read it, let me know because it's my chicken scratch. I'll take it.
You got superpowers.
Oh, we did that one.
Okay,
This
so pick
one,
another
though.
one.
All right, we gotta do another one.
Okay, let it go.
Please
Oh, but that was an old one.
do not
That was
choose
mine.
accountability.
Look, that wasn't mine. That was an old one.
Oh, that was the old one.
Yeah.
Right. We did that
Okay,
one.
let's see.
Okay.
Again, if you can't read it, let me know.
It says, do you cook? If so, what's your dish?
Oh, well, this is good for Z because Z's like the freaking cook on the
That's a
show.
chef. What am I, mother?
You want this?
Yeah,
You
y'all
want
take
this?
it.
Okay.
All right, who wants to go first? All right, I do cook, but I'm not gonna lie, I haven't cooked. I haven't used my kitchen since July.
Oh, we're going to have a conversation.
Because no, actually, I cooked for Thanksgiving. I made the mac and cheese, but like I haven't cooked a meal because I don't got time to be cooking.
Oh,
It
but
is
you
DoorDash.
got money, though. But you got
It
money.
is Uber Eats.
Yeah,
You
she
got money,
banking.
honey. You Uber life, Uber?
I don't have the time.
You
to
paying
cook.
$20 for a
Bitch,
donut and a
For
coffee?
a salad, I paid $25.
Nah.
Yeah, she
A
loves-
salad.
she
You
loves
living
it.
your best life right now.
I just don't got time. I need
Your
something.
best life.
She love them fees. That's what it is.
It is what it is. I don't. But when I do cook, my favorite thing to make is some type of pork. So either chuletas or ribs. I make really good. Any type of pork, I make it really, really good. And I'm just Spanish. I like my rice and beans. I like my plátanos. Like that's what I want to eat. Like home cooked food. That's what I like. So yeah. Anybody else?
I cook anything.
What's your favorite, though? If you had to pick?
Favorite.
Or you could say top 2, 3 since you really, really
Yeah,
chef.
nah, she be
master
chefing
chef
it
over
up.
here.
I will
Chef.
go more for like a veggie type. and
Really?
with the protein. Yeah, because it's very healthy. You don't want to always have like green or like fried. But I don't really have a
Favorite?
No.
Yeah,
I
everything.
don't.
Something
I
with
love
veggies.
food
Heard
in
you.
general.
Okay. You guys?
I love making tacos so much. Like I just love that you could just make. You could put shrimp. You could put meat. You could put chicken. You could put.
Rice,
I love
beans.
anything. You could burrito it up.
Nah, for
Tostadas. Like you could really mix it up. Any kind of. I love.
Damn,
tacos.
I used to love making that. Yeah, you know what? I used to make, but I would make it with ground turkey. It was like
Yeah.
healthier. But I used to be my favorite thing to have with my parents too. We would have like taco night with the
Yes.
tostadas. It was a whole thing, the whole spread.
So
Sour
good.
cream,
No.
guacamole. I
love
want the pico de
tostadas.
gallo. Yeah.
Yes.
Damn, I'm about to have a taco night with my parents. I'm about to hit them up. Like, yo, mom, when we doing a taco night? Not because my mom would make like margaritas for us. Like, it would be a vibe.
So cute.
Yeah, it would be a vibe.
Your mom's so cute.
Everybody know this, bro, but lasagna.
Lasagna.
Everybody always asks.
Okay, how do you make lasagna? Because people be making it different.
So like, I will make it with ground beef,
Mm-hmm.
but like I will like make it with like the sofrito stuff like that. Spanish seasoning.
Yeah.
Then I throw in like the spaghetti sauce. And then I throw in like a little ricotta cheese.
Ricotta.
Boil the shells and go crazy when I make it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you use mozzarella cheese too, right?
Mozzarella and cheddar, yeah.
And cheddar. Okay, I was gonna ask because some
Facts,
people put
facts.
cheddar. I never put cheddar on the lasagna. I'm scared.
You haven't had mine though, so
I'm scared.
I'm telling you, bro. Everybody go crazy.
It's
Everybody's
so
hitting me
good.
up for
Alright,
it. Yeah.
next time bring a piece.
I got you. I'm gonna bring a tray. I'm gonna bring a tray.
All right, so let's get started with the episode. So we're gonna get into our relationship topics, of course.
Here we go.
So we're gonna start with dating, right? What makes a date a date? Let's start with that.
What makes a date a date?
Like, hey, I'm
Yeah.
gonna take you somewhere. This is a date. Okay, this is a date.
Does a date, okay, like for me, I was having a really hard time with this question because I'm like, all right, for me, a date is like something nice. Like it's just us two. Maybe it's not the most fancy thing, but like we're both going into it. Like we're going to focus on each other. We're going to talk to each other. We're really going to like pay it to no distractions, put your phone away. Like that's a date.
Yeah.
And it could be like a restaurant or a movie or even like when you go like bowling or something. But somebody had asked if like everything you do with someone, is that considered a date? So even if you like go to Target, is that considered a date?
I don't know, bro.
I don't, that's chores to me. That's not no fucking date.
How's that a
Unless you
date?
feel like, hey, it's a date. You're gonna pick something. I pick something. Boom, that's a date.
Have you guys seen the new thing going around with the people with the
paper?
cards?
Yeah,
I wanna
yeah,
try
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I actually want to do that to my daughter.
Wait,
but I'm gonna
rewind.
wait,
Tell
like,
me. I don't know what this is.
So it's like, okay, so like let's say
Sorry, no, go explain
you
after.
could-
But I'm saying I don't know what.
yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
You could do like let's say even a friend date. Like let's say me and you, right? I'll give you like 2 cards. I'll write down like let's say breakfast or we cook.
Oh,
and then you pick.
Yeah.
And then that's what we do. Or like movies or bowling and then you pick. Dinner here, like if you want to go to, let's say, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it could be like ice cream or
Yeah.
donuts.
So what were you gonna say? We cut you off.
You want to do it with your daughter?
Yeah, I want to do it with my daughter next month.
cute.
That's so cute.
I'm literally planning. I'm like, you know what? I got it saved and everything. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait for next month because this holiday got me fucked.
Nah,
I
dead
ain't
ass.
gonna lie,
This holiday
bro.
got me fucked.
How old is she?
She's 8.
Oh, that's a good age to do that.
Yeah.
That's cute.
So as a guy, what do you consider a date?
For me as a guy, like everything is not considered a date. You feel me? But like if I consider a date when I tell you in person, like yo, I would like to take you out. That is a date.
That's a date.
But it wouldn't consider a date unless we actually confirm it. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a life, I have a life. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I say, can I take you out tomorrow? And you be like, oh, I can't. You know, cool. But
Yeah.
as long as I can confirm a date and time, then it's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's a date.
That's a date. I agree with that. I don't think every little thing we do. Like if I'm just going to your house all the time, that's not dates.
Nigga, that's a social setting, bro. Like, that's regular.
That is not a date.
Yeah,
like
that's just calm vibes.
So to throw a different perspective, sometimes like as parents, you know, you don't have time. So like sometimes we could set a time. Like yes, we should put a little bit of effort. We should cook something. But sometimes our little date is us sitting at home, but we made an effort to cook something, like make snacks or whatever. The kids is asleep. Feel me? Like we chilling together. Sometimes we consider that a date because it's like, you know, that's our time.
But that depends on the
Yeah.
guy, though. You feel me? Like, if a nigga's an asshole, like, bro, I'm trying to go out. Like, then it's like, then you not fool me, bro, because clearly you know, like, I got responsibilities. So, like, this should be a little date type of thing, but everybody's different. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's true.
Like,
I guess it depends who you with,
Who you
like
with.
what you guys define it as a couple, as 2 people, like, you know.
yeah. Because
I wanted to hear the but.
No. I agree. No, I agree. But like you said, yes, you do be busy, and sometimes you could make it romantic. Like there's been times like at home, it's like, all right, I'm gonna cook something that you like. We're gonna like the hookah. We're gonna have drinks. Like it's a vibe.
Somebody cop the bottle.
But we're not doing that all the time.
No.
And there's a lot of men that's like all they do. Like they don't know how to make a reservation. They don't know how to plan shit. And it's just like, what are we doing? Like we just kicking it then.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not really taking you that seriously, to be
I feel
honest.
you.
And you don't want to be like, I don't like nagging somebody either to take me on a date. Like I feel like if it's been a while, let's say we settled into the relationship and it's been a while, and like, all right, fine, like we're comfortable, obviously, but like at least once a month, bro. Like that's not gonna kill you. I shouldn't have to nag you over and over. Like I should just ask you once, and it could be like, all right, she's right. Like let's do something, and it don't gotta be nothing crazy, but some type of effort. Like let's get out the house. Let's do something.
I want to see effort.
Yeah, some type of effort.
That's true.
So another question with the dating thing: if a man is willing to pay for the whole date, should the woman plan it or tell him where to go? How y'all feel about that?
Say it again.
If the man is willing to pay for the whole date, should the woman plan it and tell him where to go?
No.
He's paying for it. Shouldn't he decide like where his money's going?
This
like
is how
that he wants to have a good time. Like
I ain't gonna lie, this is how I see it, right? So for me, if I ask you on a date, that's already my initiative to make plans. You feel me? So it's technically my idea, but also since I'm already paying for it, even though I wouldn't want her to like plan it, I would still ask suggestions.
Okay.
Like, what do you like to do?
Yeah,
or like,
that.
what's your favorite food? So that way, at least I could plan it to something that she can enjoy. I don't want no show you be like, oh, I like to go to Roost Chris. Like, what? Like, hold on. Like,
chill.
Even though I pay for everything, doesn't mean you feel entitled to like try to reach in the nigga pocket because he's already planning a date. You know what I'm saying? So like, I would definitely ask for like
suggestions. Like, what kind of food do you like?
Yeah.
Boom, and then you figure it out from there. Yeah, I like that too. Because like you said, it's the effort. It's like, all right, you're just going to throw money on it, but I still have to pick the restaurant. I got to pick the time. Do I have to also call and make the reservation? Like, yeah, the fuck?
A lot of niggas can't do that. You feel me? Niggas just like, so where you want to go? Like, you just asked me on the date, homie. Like,
right, you asked me.
It'd be like that, bro. It'd be like that, but
yeah,
men don't know sometimes, bro. So.
Yeah, I don't know. The person who asked me this, he was like, what's the big deal? If I'm willing to spend all the money on you, like, why can't you just pick the spot?
Okay.
And I'm just like, sis.
Nah, he just I still trying to show out right there. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that. All right, hold on. Let me do a little
transition.
All right, so now we're gonna get into this. Might be a toxic topic. I don't know. We will see what we come up with. All right, so is it ever a good idea to text your ex? First, let's answer that. Is it ever a good idea to text your ex? Let's just say yes or no. No, maybe, no, nothing. Let's just see. Yes or no?
I'm gonna say usually. They ask for a reason. Usually, no.
No.
Usually.
I'm gonna agree with that.
Usually.
No.
You saying no?
Straight up.
Yeah, no.
What are you saying?
No.
Okay.
Like, if something happened and then you generally still care about
like,
it.
are y'all friends?
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, as in friends.
Are y'all friends? Do y'all still chill? Like, I don't know. Like,
I ain't gonna lie. You still chilling with your ex?
Nope. You do not text your ex.
I'm gonna holla at you, bro. Respectfully.
All right. So I'm gonna do a deep dive on this article. So I got it from Cosmopolitan. And they made some good points. I want to hit every point and see how we feel about it as we go. So I'm going to just briefly read a little bit. So it says, first, you got to think about why you want to text your ex. So texting your ex is probably human nature. Depending on your specific situation, you may want to reach out. But you have to see if it's because you want to get back together with them or if you're seeking closure. Now, I want to stop there with the closure thing. How do you got, like, for me, now that I'm older, I realize more and more that that closure conversation is bullshit. I feel like the closure is we just didn't work out. Like, we're not together. We ended for whatever reason. That's the closure. I don't need to have one more conversation with you to figure out what went wrong and why it didn't work. Like, I don't need to talk to you for that. I know what went wrong. And I feel like that whole closure thing, people just be trying to like use that as another way to like see them, talk to them one last time, trying to see if they could fix it.
I'm gonna keep it
so let's talk about it.
So look,
Tell
all
me.
right. So from a guy perspective, right? How I see when like a female hits you up, usually it's over closure. You know what I'm saying? Emotion, closure, understanding why shit went left. When niggas hit up their ex, most of the time it's just nigga, that's a kill I can always grab. You feel me? Like. Gangster, I'm gonna keep it 100.
Nah,
like,
I love it. Be honest.
Because I moved on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you a dub, it don't work. I'm on to the next, right? But if a nigga feeling like, damn, I'm lit. Let me see what she up to. Like, see how she's going. Maybe she got another nigga. You never know. A lot of females don't care. Like, nigga, that's my first love type shit. So like, let's see what he want. And then you sneak your way in, and then boom, you knock it down. Y'all could be cordial still, but most of the times I'm over you.
Oh wow.
You just something I could grab. Cause you were next, you feel me? Wow. Women are like that too. Don't be mistaken.
No, for sure.
That happened to me, bro. Like they don't hit me up.
So then, but all right. So I feel like what you're saying is kind of the same thing. Or it is bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not really closure.
But we don't hit them up for closure though.
Right. But girls will probably be like, oh, like let me just see, like you still got
how
feelings.
you doing?
Yeah.
What snooze? Like, bro, all right, you hit me up. I already know what's on my mind now. Like, I'm about to go snatch that real quick.
Yeah. Oh my
Typical,
god.
typical, bro.
I got some stuff to say to you, sir.
Yeah.
Because he know that girl's not thinking like that, but you hitting her up. But you know she ain't taking it like that, but you hitting her up.
Yeah, but men going to.
So I hope you telling her that it's just for Cuddy.
Are you saying it? Are you being honest?
Are you making
or you
Nah, I
making
don't.
it
I don't
seem-
get up with my ex. Clearly, that chapter's been closed.
Yeah.
But like,
No, I'm saying,
but
but I'm
like-
saying when, you know,
nah,
whenever
we
that happens.
gonna keep it cordial until like I'm in my mind be like, damn, I miss her a little bit. I miss how the sex was.
Yeah.
I miss our vibe, connection.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna play that feel still like, how you doing? Oh, we should hang out sometime, and then eventually that's gonna happen. When it happens, like, all right, now I start to remember like, you used to cause me a lot of headaches.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna fade off a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah.
love is love, bro. You can't deny it, bro. Especially if that's like your first love. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, to piggyback off of that,
Yeah.
like, I don't know about y'all, but with my first, it was lingering.
No, yeah, it lingers.
Right? It was
lingers.
lingering, and it's not that we was like, oh, something gonna happen out of this. It was just, you know, we could,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you got those exes, bro. Everybody I got an ex out. He hit me up. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna eat a dick. Like, how you doing? None of your business. Like,
Yeah.
at that stage,
yeah.
because if you violated me, then it's like, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even want to clip anymore. You just that toxic.
Nah, I
You know what
feel
I'm
you.
saying?
All right.
I
So
felt that.
let me eat a dick. Definitely feel that. All right. So it says maybe you want to be friends, or maybe you just miss them and you aren't really sure what you want from them. Does it? All right. So while reaching out to an ex doesn't mean you aren't over them, it can be a sign that you're still grieving, and that is true.
Yeah.
Like I've grieved a relationship for so long, and it's like it's easy to hit them up. It's kind of like grieving a death, kind of. But like when somebody dies, you can't talk to them again. Like it's over. You just
Yeah,
gotta eat that and try to find ways to get over it. But when you know that person's still around, like you still got their number in your phone, you know where they live. Like it's so easy for you to. You can't sit with that emotion sometimes. It's too much,
Facts. The
and you
but
can't.
whys
Yes.
be but why? Always
Then God
like.
forbid you lit one night. It's like, yo, I'm in my feelings. I need to text. I need to say
Especially
something.
if it's
I
the
did that
good,
every
especially
time, bro.
If it's good dick,
Bitch.
talk about it.
Bitch.
Talk about it. If you got that good,
No.
why? Why?
You did that?
Why?
You were in your feelings?
What?
Like you texted out, you were like,
Yeah.
Like grieving
but
it, and
it's
then-
only been every time that happened. It's only been one ex though. You feel me?
That
it was just
one.
more or less because like that was like really my like high school sweetheart type shit. So like
That's
we have-
common. That's
it's
common.
common. So like
yeah.
if I had to text an ex, it would be her because like technically she would be the only ex. You feel me? So I would hit her up to see how she's doing, and then the funny part is she would live a little closer, you know, to me. So like it would be easier to see her more often, you know what I'm saying? But then we can do things, and then things go south, and then but I'm always gonna shoot that. I'm gonna shoot that text regardless. You nigga or not,
Heard you.
gangster.
Heard
even
you.
like when you just get out, because they were making a point here too, like sometimes you don't even like really miss the relationship, but you kind of just miss like having that companionship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like they
Yes.
just got you, they understood you, like they knew what food you like, they
The
knew
comfort
what
level.
the comfort.
Yeah.
And sometimes starting over with someone new is like, oh my god,
It's
yo,
a headache. It's a headache.
Yo, with me, it always be I'm allergic to a lot of stuff, and that should be like
Re-explaining that shit
it's
is
a
annoying.
yeah.
Dead
You
ass.
know, like the guys I've been with is like, you know, like they know, like, no, Tony don't eat that.
Yeah.
Tony
She don't
can't
drink
eat
that. Yeah.
Feel me? Like I don't drink that, I don't eat that. Like I don't like this. I like it this way. I don't like it that way. Like I don't want to.
All right, so keep it a bean. Are y'all still in contact with your ex?
Oh no.
One ex.
One ex? No.
Me no.
You said no.
Me
that don't even count.
What? That don't count?
Don't count.
That counts.
I don't
That's
think
a
it
big
counts.
count.
It counts.
That's a big
I
one.
think that's count.
But in
vibes.
general, I've never been in contact with exes because I feel like it always ended so like poorly
Hell yeah.
and disrespectfully that it's like we can't bounce back from that.
Yeah, you
like,
gotta catch these hands at that point.
yeah, like it just can't work. Or sometimes maybe not even that it ends disrespectfully, but like you just over it.
Yeah, that happens.
Everyone
yeah.
gets to that
Draining.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
say,
I
yo,
can't.
fuck
I ain't
this.
gonna lie.
Yeah. Like you said in the beginning, like it's an ex for a reason. Like, you know, like y'all not together for a reason.
Okay.
So no matter what, it'll pop up again, whatever that reason is.
So basically, they were saying you should text them if you guys are able to, like, if you ended in a healthy way and you know, like, you're able to be friends and move forward. Like, then it's okay to text them, but you don't have to, like, overdo it and try to be their best friend. You don't got to force it, especially if you know that there's still, like, lingering feelings there. But obviously, don't text them if you know they're not good for you. Like, that's common. Like, but, like, I didn't want to, like, judge and be like, no, never text your ex, because you never know. Like, if y'all really cool, like, are you in contact? Because you asked us, but are you in contact with any of your exes? Like, really cool?
Nah.
Nah.
Last one obviously was my high school sweetheart, but she reached out to me, you feel me? But she got a whole new boo thing now, so
Yeah.
I mean, if I probably text her, she probably would respond to see how things go, because we left on good terms.
Yeah.
I chose not to do that because she's obviously in a new situation.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a problem between them.
Yeah.
Because niggas is niggas. Niggas
Oh, yeah.
is territorial.
Yeah.
I don't want to take that trip to go beat them up for what? For a female, it looks bad. So it's like,
Right. Good for you
'Cause
for being from
I-
mature.
I ain't gonna,
Being
yeah, 'cause
mature.
I ain't gonna lie.
Gunshots for
Man,
that.
Look at you knowing you would start
because I'm a hood nigga, so if niggas, everybody got Twitter fingers, so like you gonna feel pressed. Oh, that's his ex. He feels some type of way. He gonna say something that he gonna regret. Now I gotta take the trip and beat him up. I look bad and desperate and thirsty for my. I just don't.
Yeah.
But so I leave it in the past. You know what I'm saying? If she hit me up, it'd probably be a quick conversation,
Yeah.
because you know, obviously, if he catch her responding to me, he asks questions.
Yeah,
for their
yeah.
relationship, I don't cause that. So
Yeah.
like I leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? So
Do you guys even do like y'all don't do like birthday, like, hey, happy birthday?
No.
No,
I don't do that
No.
either.
no.
No. Nothing.
Nope.
Z's like, fuck
No.
Nah, I
that.
ain't gonna lie.
Never.
Eat a bunch of
No.
Franks. No, you can't do that. It's
Alright.
crazy.
Nah, so yeah, so that's that. But it depends. It depends. Because it's like, then I wouldn't be friends with. You know what I mean? And it's like,
But as we said before, this is very different.
it's different.
Very different.
Special.
It's very different.
Special. It is
Only certain
different.
circumstances.
All right, I do want to transition. Oh, okay. So let's do. So now we're gonna get into some mental health topics. All right. And so this one, I thought it was funny because this is so me. So like when people are going through something, how comfortable are you with like hitting them up, reaching out? Like let's say somebody in their family died, like being there, being supportive, checking on them. Like, are you good at that, or is it uncomfortable for you?
I think that's what I normally do a lot. I always hit up people for them.
Like you're the friend that checks up. Like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
That's good.
She always does that though. On a
Yeah, I could see
regular,
Z
like,
being that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you
That's in your
guys?
nature.
I'm terrible at it. Me too. You know why? Because like I've been in a situation, and I know a lot of people will want space. So being that one dude, just constantly, yo, how you doing? How's everything? Are you okay? I'm here if anything. Constantly doing it is gonna get that person more mad. Like I need to grieve in peace, and you being that annoying person. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't respond for a couple days or hit them up, and then I'll check on them, because that person might have a lot of people doing it. So it's a lot of texting, and it's too much for them. You know, what I'm saying?
Especially if someone passed away. It's like,
So I definitely don't. I'm bad at it.
But then like I'm really bad at it. Even like I had my sister here on the weekend on Saturday, and we recorded an episode, me and her, and she started crying on the couch, and I was like, oh God. I'm like, there. Like it's not that I don't feel bad, but like I just get awkward when people like get emotional, and it's weird because I'm emotional and I'm sensitive, but for the most part I like to keep it in.
Yeah.
And I like to just like handle it on my own. I don't really want to put that on nobody. So when people like cry in front of me, I don't really know what to do. Like I could hug you, or I don't know. It's weird. I'm not good at it at all.
Natalie be like, no, don't cry.
I'm like, please don't cry, because I don't know how to answer it.
Straight up. She'll be like, no, don't cry, please.
Yeah, and then you also have people who like go through something, like everybody, like you said, some people want spaces, but some people take no if you don't hit them up.
Yeah.
And they get mad, like I was going through something and you weren't there for me, and it's like, but I was trying to respect you and give you your space.
It's a weird thing. Y'all don't pop up on niggas?
I think it just depends. I think it just depends, like, if you've had that conversation with that person. Like, you know, like, I've had friends that are going through stuff, and they've vented to me about it. So, of course, I'm going to be, like, randomly, like, yo, how you doing with it? So, that's, like, a more comfortable situation. If someone passes away, I almost always, like, if I'm in contact with that person, like, I'll be like, yo, I'm so sorry. If you need anything. But if something happens and like somebody else told me and you didn't tell me and it's not out there, I'm not bringing it up.
Yeah.
Feel me? Like, I'm definitely not bringing it up. Like, I'm going to just wait, you know, like, I may hit you and not mention it.
Just to see if they're gonna.
Yeah, like, hey, or, but not super intentionally. Like, it will be a genuine hit you up.
Yeah.
But I'll be aware, and if you bring it up, great. If not,
respect it.
Yeah. So it just depends. But definitely, if you vented to me about it, I'm going to check on you. Like,
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
If you opened yourself up to me, I'm going to check on you. But I would hope that you know I'm not going to be like the one like crying with you. But I'm going to be there to listen. I'm going to give you the advice. I'll give you the hug that you need.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that was a good point. I didn't think about that. All right. So now I want to get into, I guess, an uncomfortable topic. But last time when you were here, Jay, you had shared that you had like issues with addiction.
Yeah, that's a
and I did want to talk about that because I feel like I've had my own, not me personally, but I have people in my family who are currently still battling with addiction. And I know a few people in my close circle who are also going through that too. So I kind of just wanted to just talk about it, whatever you're open to sharing, you know. And I mean, I guess we could start with, I did have some questions for you. I just forgot to send them to you. But one of the questions was, I guess, what were you going through mentally at the time? Or was it something that you just started randomly?
Like typically, I would say probably not everybody's the same, but most likely like addiction starts with like a loss of a family member, depression, you know what I'm saying? Even from like doctors prescribing things. So like when that situation happened with me, I think it clicked to me probably around like when my grandfather died a couple years ago. I was in high school still. I got introduced to like Zans at one point. Like that's like not the first, but that would help me with my anxiety and depression and stuff like that. And at that time, I wasn't really into it because, like, I had my best friend, Jaquan. He would come, stay over for weeks, make sure I was straight because I didn't go to school. I stayed home for weeks. And then when it's kind of hit me was probably around, like, 2020. You know what I'm saying? When I started realizing as I got older, like, I don't got my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? And I was depressed at that time. So friends of friends put me on to this. Like, I'm like, what's that? Yo, try it. Helps you relax. Tried it. Helped me with, like, battling depression, anxiety. So it was Percocets at that point. And then from there, it just became an issue. Like, I wouldn't go out unless I felt that way. You know what I'm saying? So when I go out to spots, we pregame, I'm going to pop me one. You know what I'm saying? And it became an issue to where, like, I needed it to go out and have fun. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people know Percocets is like, they painkillers. It make you feel loose, calm, relax, numb. Mixing that with alcohol is, like, the best feeling. I get so used to it to the point where, like, now friends of friends introduced me to lean, and that became an issue because now I like the feeling of being tired but still awake and fighting the urge to stay up and being relaxed. And then that became nothing to me, and I started mixing both. Wow. And been doing that since 2020. I stopped literally last year of July. Incident happened.
Claps.
So.
Now for real. I wanted to ask you when you stopped, like, was it because people around you were telling you to, or you realized that you needed to?
You'd
like,
be surprised. It'd be the closest niggas to you giving it to you. So I could hit. I at the time, the circle I was with, I be, yo, you got them on you? He'd be like, yeah, bro. Give me a half of one, and or I could just hit him up, and he got someone to buy. I could buy it from, and so it's just, I don't know, bro. It's just crazy, you know what I'm saying? So when I actually stopped, it's because of the incident. When I went to the hospital, what scared me the most to make me quit was the way my father acted. You know what I'm saying? Like, my brother had waking up and realizing my brother was crying. My dad every night come to my room. And see if I'm breathing. That gave me a wake up call. Like, yo, bro. That's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So, actually, the 12th. Was it the 12th? Yeah, the 12th of this month makes 5 months. So, It's a hard thing, bro.
I was gonna say, like, how was the process? Like, was it super hard? Like,
it's funny because when I first went to the hospital about it, I had told them the situation, and then I explained it to them. Hospitals didn't care. Just sign you out, go, whatever. But the second time, they obviously knew. But after that, when I chose to stop, it was tough, bro, because your body's so used to being a certain way. cold sweats.
Wow.
I get annoyed super fast. 'Cause I'm used to being so calm
Right.
and high. So I had cold sweats, bro. I'd be tight, annoyed. I could like walk and bump into a wall, and I'll be dumb mad the whole day. Like that's how serious it was for me,
Irritated.
bro. So I was so irritated. I needed it, bro. Whatever. I told all my friends like, yo, whatever happens, bro, do not give me nothing, bro. I don't care if I look terrible. I'm going through the worst depression ever, bro. Just don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So after a while, I got over it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, like, what were some of the things did you turn to anything else to help you cope?
No, not really.
Or not like alcohol, but like maybe exercising more.
Nah, I did. I used to box, so like I tried going back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It helped, but I didn't feel like myself. You know what I'm saying? I got mad that I wasn't who I was when I was boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, it's just too much work to relearn things and get back in shape.
Yeah.
So I stopped doing that. You know, I stood in the crib, probably like listen to music, play video games, and try to be active. Like go out to like spots, drink a little, keep my mind focused. Because if I stay in the crib too long, then it's like, all right, I ain't gonna lie, I need to do this now. Because there's nothing to do. I'm bored. I need to like find a way to keep my body feeling how it's supposed to feel. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a mental thing.
Yeah.
It was hard,
thing.
bro.
Big
Like, it was
mental
hard.
thing.
And I wanted to ask you, as his like one of his best friends, like what was your, I guess, how did you feel about it? How were you there for him?
I was crying.
For real?
I was worried. I was always writing to him. Yo, I would literally look at him while he's on it, and I'll please stop doing it. Like, don't do it no more, please.
And what would you say when she would do that? Would that get you tight?
He wouldn't.
Nah, I'd be so high, bro. I'd be like, I ain't
Damn.
gonna lie, I'm lit, bro.
Yeah.
There's some of my friends got pictures of me slumped off of it. You know what I'm saying? Thinking it's a cool picture to take, but like, y'all niggas know what's going on.
Right.
At some point, you gotta be like, yo, chill, bro.
Right.
But they say it. A couple days later, we go out. I'll be like, yo, bro, you got that on you? Probably ain't gonna lie, I'm feeling a little lit. I need that. Yeah, bro, we out. We get lit together. It's like, damn, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So only certain people really know how to like handle the person. You know what I'm saying?
So support system was everything.
Yeah, I definitely had. At first, I didn't have a support system. I had people supporting it to me,
Right.
but I didn't have people to help me stop it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So like, I kind of know myself. You know what I'm saying? My brother technically cried and begged for me to stop. You know what I'm saying? Zena, obviously my little sister. What really got to me was like my older sister with my nephew. You know what I'm saying? Cause she was like, yo, what about Mason? Think about Mason, you know? Cause me and him are close. Like technically, like my second, like that's technically my son. So like I thought about it. So I kind of told him like, yo, look, I'm gonna try the best I can try. I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Relapse is really a thing.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? All it takes is one, and then you back at where you was at. So I told him like, always make sure I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? If I need something, just go and do it for me. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay you back, whatever the case may be. I'll return the favor, but make sure I'm straight, because at some point, you know, it can happen. Like technically this month, I thought I was probably going to relapse because my grandfather passing is on the 27th. So it's like that week would be a hard week for me.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a trigger. It's technically
Yeah,
a trigger.
of course.
You know, even when I went to therapy.
Good.
I was totally against gurus, bro.
For real?
Yeah, bro. But I went, you know what I'm saying? That kind of helped.
That's
Good.
good.
It still helps me. Like with my therapist, if we have like phone calls and stuff.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah, she always asks me things like that.
Yeah.
And so I try to stay positive to it, you know what I'm saying? Because this month is definitely a triggering month. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with my having holidays with my grandparents, I can't really have it no more, so that bothers. New Year's without my grandfather.
It's triggering,
you know,
all triggers.
Yeah, all triggers. So I tell everybody like, y'all gotta work with me. You know what I'm saying?
Not for real.
Because when I go dark, ain't no way you gonna get me out, bro.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah.
So
Now, support system is everything. To have people who understand and also to talk to other people who've been through it is really supportive. Like, I don't know if you guys like heard of like, you know, like Narcotics Anonymous, Alcoholic Anonymous, but they're like super supportive. And just talking to people who like have gone through similar things, because sometimes like you could talk to us, you could talk to your friends, but if they're not going through it,
they're not gonna.
it's hard. Yeah, like no disrespect to like, you know, Z or anybody, but it's just like if you haven't lived it, sometimes it's hard to relate to exactly like what you're going through. So those support system is everything.
And addiction is like, it's like a scary thing as an outsider looking in, because it's like, it's so many emotions. Like on one hand, you're mad at the person, because I'm speaking from my own experience. I'm not talking about you. But like from what I've dealt with in my family, like you're kind of mad at the person because you're like, you don't see the damage you're doing.
Absolutely.
You don't see what you're doing to yourself, to the people around you who love you. Like we're not addicts, but we're suffering too, just watching you go through what you're going through. And it's like, you don't see what you're causing, but then it's like, no, they don't. Like they're really going through, like it's a disease, and you're really going through something that is hard for you to get out of. So it's like, yeah, you feel bad for your friends and your family who are suffering, but at the same time, you still have to deal with that on your own. No, you're on like an island by yourself. And it's like, you want to do better, but you don't know how, or you feel like you're not strong enough to do it. And then like, there's even like people in my family who are like a little bit in denial about what the person's doing. Of course. And the person themselves, they're in denial. They're like, oh, it's not that bad. Like, I still wake up and go to work. I still pay my bills. And it's like, yeah, but you're really damaging yourself. And like, one day we're afraid that we're going to call. You're not going to pick up. You're not going to be awake. And it's scary and it's sad. And it's just like, but it's ultimately up to that person to make that change. Like, you can't force nobody.
Absolutely.
Because you could even drag them to rehab, but they probably won't stay.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
They will escape doing the same thing. Right
Exactly. So it's just like, this way. Oh, my bad. I was talking to hookah. Sorry. No. So I just say that to say like, good for you for making that decision for yourself, and like, you know.
'Cause I was a stubborn ass nigga. I used to be like, yo, bro, I'm good. Stop worrying about me. It's my money.
And that would piss me off as somebody loving you. I would be like, this fucking asshole. Like, just stop.
She used to tell me that all the time. Like, yo, I need you around. Like, I'd be like, you know, I'm fine. Like, don't worry about me. Just being an in denial ass nigga, bro. But
and like the function level is so deceiving. Like the fact that like, you know, people function like that be something that like a barrier, because when you see people functioning, driving, going to work, like doing all these things, is like that level like almost helps like that denial part, because it's like, you know, it's like, you know, like this is not a problem. Like I'm able to go to work and do what I gotta do, like, you know, take care.
Yeah, I drive money, and I'm good.
I'm good. So that denial phase is a lot. Oof.
Yeah. It just be scary, because then like the only way some people will change is when they have that breaking point, like they end up in the hospital or they end up like passed out on the floor for days at a time, and nobody, you know, nobody knew, nobody checked on them, and it's just like, like why does it have to get to that?
But I think essentially that moment, like, nobody wishes no bad upon nobody, but that moment has to happen at some point. Whether it was that conversation with your sister, or you ending up in the hospital, or God forbid, you know, you get hurt or something. Sometimes they need that awakening, you know, like you need that smack in the face, like, oh shit, what the fuck am I doing? Like, look. So.
Yeah. I guess just to wrap that up, whoever is going through addiction, whether it's you yourself or a family member, all we could do is like send prayers, because ultimately it's really up to that person to make the change. But like you said, check on your friends regardless.
Absolutely.
Don't turn your back. Like, be there in some way. Maybe you can't be there fully because it might be triggering to you as an outsider too. Like, you can't just sit around and watch your family member or your friend essentially killing themselves. Like, that hurts, but still be around, still try, because you never want to, like, for me personally, I would never want to look back and be like, damn, I could have done more.
Right.
Like,
Don't
at least I tried.
Don't be afraid to kill a vibe because something's going wrong.
Right.
I'm going to kill the vibe. I'm going to kill the vibe. I don't care, because that I feel like when I've been around people who like with addiction, that be the shit. It's like everybody's drinking, smoking, and then there's one person who's out of it, and like you said, taking pictures or taking videos or whatever. Like, no, don't be afraid to be like, no, night is over. Right. All right. Yeah. Or don't give him more, or don't do that. Like, nah, the night is over. Like, look at him. Like, or look at her. Like.
Yeah, if they don't like it, oh well.
So don't be afraid to kill the vibe as a friend.
Facts.
Someone who's like been a witness, like, don't be afraid.
Facts.
All right. Good. Thanks for
vulnerable and transparent.
A lot of people don't do it, bro. You're embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? People
somebody needed to hear that.
Yeah. Facts.
Somebody needed to hear it.
Somebody else.
Yeah, for real. All right, so we're gonna get into the last topic. This was also fucking triggering as fuck. So it's been trending. I think it was on TikTok. I'm gonna play the video for y'all right now. Hold on.
That one.
Because my kid thinks It's more important to be pretty than educated. More important to be a follow body than a leader, right? Okay. I'm not a parent who likes to use physical discipline. Come here, you gotta learn today, girl. No physical
And then
discipline.
she just cuts the hair. Well, it cuts off. I don't know if the video continues to her actually cutting off all her daughter's hair. But I was like, yo.
I would never do that to my daughter.
But it doesn't specifically say like what she did.
Yeah, but
that makes a difference.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But I just want to know. Yeah, I got you. I'm just gonna know that.
I just felt like that's super traumatizing to that poor girl. I don't give a fuck what my daughter did. And plus, why are we disciplining our children on fucking TikTok or Instagram or whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
You can't do that shit and I'll give her some. We can't fucking like do that shit in public. Like, I mean, in private.
Not even that, but like still.
That was tough, especially like a young little girl with her hair.
I was gonna ask this too, because as mothers, how do y'all feel seeing that?
Oh my God, that's
Yeah, how do y'all feel?
How
'Cause
y'all
I'm not a
feel?
mom.
super triggering.
I feel like
well, you have a daughter too.
Yeah,
so-
And you have- yeah.
Yeah, I have
so-
boys.
no
So
kid deserves
right.
that type of treatment, especially if you're gonna go ahead and cut her hair or like do anything on camera. That should be private. That should never be on the fucking internet. Well, that's clout right there that you're doing.
That's what I'm saying. Like you want to talk about your daughter, like I guess seeking attention or being a follower, but like you're not.
What
really
are you doing?
Right? Like what kind of example are you setting? You couldn't just have a
Why did
conversation
she
with her.
have to record that? I don't understand. I mean, cutting. You know, this is one whole other conversation. Like cutting the hair in the first place. What the hell?
That's
But
wild.
then putting it up for everybody else to see. That's crazy. Like. I don't know. That's super triggering.
I felt
I
bad.
would
It's
not do that to
super
my
Not only that, I'm
triggering.
thinking about the child. You know how embarrassing it is for her to go to school the next day.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that was
That video-
probably the point of the mom. Like, let me
That
embarrass
video's
the shit
gonna
out
be
of
up
her.
for years, especially when she gets older. She's gonna be like, "Well, look, all right, now people's gonna understand why she is the way she is because of that video or how like her mother treated her. Like you could have done that privately."
Yeah. That's the only reason why I'm wondering, like, what did she do? What did she do?
At least she should specify that before she just went and
Right, if you're gonna put it on, if you're gonna put
Tell the
it,
whole
make it public, tell the
story.
whole story.
Tell the whole story.
That's bad works.
Don't get me like, and you attest to this, Z. Like, our patience is like every day is tested. Every single day is tested. Okay, yo, I'm talking to you, boys. Y'all be testing mommy.
All right, so
But
let me
go
tell
ahead.
y'all. Let me tell y'all something.
Yes, tell us.
The other day, my daughter got to get ready for school the next day. This happened on Sunday, I think. This little girl.
That's the pause.
Precious.
This little girl.
Precious
goes,
girl.
I'm like, okay, she's 8 years old, so usually what I do, I don't go in and watch my daughter or like anything. My daughter's 8. My daughter takes her showers by herself. So I, check up on her here and there.
I'm getting
But
nervous.
for some reason on Sunday, I didn't check up on her. Tell me how my daughter shaves her eyebrows a little bit. And she starts crying. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to discipline my daughter. I'm going to let my daughter learn. You know why? That's what you wanted to do? Show your friends tomorrow in school. This is the second time. I am not putting no eyebrow liner on that shit. You better show that. And my daughter did not care. But she started crying. She was like, yo, I'm really sorry and stuff like that. And I felt so bad because it's like, yo, I remember them times where I did it when I was young. We all did some dumb shit when we were young. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to understand you. So
you put the liner?
No.
No.
She went the next day with that.
She still felt bad, but didn't do nothing.
Shit. You didn't put a Band-Aid or something?
Savage.
But how much did she shave though? How much did she
It wasn't
shave?
like so much, the eyebrow was like half of this. It was like literally half. And I'm like,
okay.
It'll grow back.
yeah, it was
She'll be
back.
fine.
Nah, but I remember when me and my sister were talking, when I was little, I cut like a piece of the front of my hair and it was just there. Like it wouldn't go down. And my mother, it was like, fuck it. That's what you wanted to do. Now you're going to go to school like that. And I had that shit just there up every single day. I never did that shit again.
How old are you?
I was probably like 6. I was young. Like when you're little, like you said, you just do dumb shit.
You're just curious as
You're
fuck.
just like,
Yeah.
oh, I wonder what this is going to look like.
I fucked up on my eyebrows. I made it very tiny one time when I was
For
young.
real?
Yeah.
How? What you use? A razor too?
Yes, a razor.
Oh my
It was like, oh, okay, maybe this will help. Boom, I accidentally went lower.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
I still went to
That's
school
crazy.
like that.
Not like when, as a woman, like as a little girl, like you know, other girls are starting to do their eyebrows.
Yeah.
Or nowadays, girls like 8, 9, 10 got their nails done. I mean,
never had my nails done
got
when
their
I was
nails
little.
done, got their
Yo.
eyebrows done. Yo, mad little showing up to school looking like what?
All
Like,
glammed up,
so
bro.
I couldn't
Flawless.
imagine when we was younger. Like I saw it happening, but I feel like nowadays it's like girls be coming up to school crazy. So I understand. Like
You never did anything when you were little though?
did.
I have.
Me?
Well, both of y'all.
Oh, go ahead. You have a story? What you
I-
did?
Yo, I did a lot of
You
wild
didn't
shit.
try to do your hairline?
Nah,
Like something
nah.
on your face? You didn't do like nothing or
You didn't
like...
try
I feel like
Cut
it
your
was
hair?
more or less like other weird shit. Like I can't recall because I was so young, but like I did a lot of wild things. So like one time we had like I don't know if y'all had these back in the days, but like you know how you had them big ass stereo sets, and they had like those little dressers that had glass panels.
Yeah.
So it was open when my mom was cleaning. And I was wrestling with my brother or my sister, whoever it was. We was running back and forth. And I think it was in my sister or my brother. We ran into the glass panel and shattered the whole thing. But it's like, that's not nothing like.
Nah,
you know what I'm
but my
saying?
mother would have
like,
beat my ass.
no, beat my ass. I didn't get beat.
You didn't get beat?
No, my brother took the L for that, I think. My brother's a goat. I ain't gonna lie.
He's the older brother?
He's the older one. Exactly.
Nah,
He
my
took-
mother would have hit
lucky.
both of us.
Yeah,
like,
anything that I get in trouble too, bro. My brother always takes it for us. Like, ain't gonna lie,
I
he the champ.
wish.
Ain't gonna
Nah,
lie.
me and my sister
So-
both
Shout
got
out to
that
you.
beating.
Shout out to my
Right.
brother, bro.
Word.
Gangster,
Shout out
gangster.
to you, bro.
For real.
What I did, let me see. I think, the first time I tried to do my eyebrows, I begged my mother because I knew she would notice. She would check me. I was on lock. She would be like,
Yeah, my mother knew
looking
everything.
at
I could not get away with
everything.
shit.
I couldn't even like roll up my skirt just a little bit. She would notice right away. I would have to do everything when I was out the door. After I was out the door and I was on my way to school, I'd be like, you know, feel me? But even the first time I did my eyebrows, like she took me, like she had to take me.
Yeah.
But after that, the only thing I could say is that like I went to like an eyebrow lady on my own without telling my mother, and she fucked my shit up. And so at that point, I was like begging my mom, like, "Ma, please," because my mom has like some permanent makeup, so she knows how to do stuff. So I remember like, but she wouldn't help me. She was like, "No, your thin ass eyebrows. Go ahead, go." to school."
Oh,
I'm
shit.
like, "Oh, mommy, please."
Mad embarrassing.
One was like higher, and they were both mad thin. Like, you know how like sometimes like they thread them too much or
yeah.
they wax them too much. I was tight. I was like, "Mommy." My
Nah,
God.
that's crazy.
But regardless, I mean, I don't have kids, but like I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't discipline them in front of everybody like that. Like
Even discipline
That's
in
wild.
general is crazy.
disciplining is tough. Everybody's different.
Everybody's
Yeah,
different.
Everybody's
different.
different. I don't know. Your kids, your daughter is how old? 8? So I don't know. Like, are you more of a talking parent, like trying to get her to understand what she
I
did
talk to her.
wrong?
Sometimes I yell.
Yeah.
It just irritates me,
I
and
hear
then
that all the
I
time.
walk back to her and I start talking to her calmly.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, calm down, and then I be like, listen, I'm sorry for yelling. That's when I take accountability.
There you
Here we
go.
go, yelling.
There
And
you
then,
go.
And my daughter knows this. When she pisses me off, I do go back to her. And then there's times where she writes me little notes like, "Mommy, you was very mean to me. I feel like you should talk to me more nice," and stuff like that. Like, she writes me little notes here and there when
I
she
like
feels
that,
some type
though.
of way. She'd be so scared to like tell me in person, so she writes me like little notes and stuff. And when I
Look
go
at
home,
you.
or like when I see it on top of my pillow, that's when I say it.
That's crazy.
That's cute.
But
Cause
it's
even
nice that
yeah.
she's open to like writing you.
I was just
like,
gonna say.
you know,
that's mad
yeah,
comfortable
that's
with
good.
that.
Like, you know, because sometimes some of us, we was not trying to talk to our mothers at all. We
Yo,
was like,
the way
Yo,
my
I
mother
got
would yell and beat my
months, I'd be
ass,
like,
I did not want to look at her.
So I got a question because I don't know if it's different because I seen it with my family growing up.
Mm-hmm.
But like disciplining between girls and boys, is it different? Would you say it's
I
different?
only have boys, so.
Yeah, but you grew up with brothers.
Oh, but I had 2 brothers.
Yeah, like because for me, if me and my brother got in trouble, we get our ass beat.
Word.
When
Nah,
my
me
sister
too.
get in trouble, it's okay.
I got my ass beat. I don't know.
I would say it was different for me
was
with
lined
the
up.
parents.
I was
like,
right next to my brother.
like my
Belt was
mother,
out.
she would hit us, but my dad never wanted to hit us
Yeah.
because he felt like I'm a man, I'm
Yeah,
stronger.
yeah.
He hit me
Same.
one time when I was young. I was like 6 or 7, and after he hit me, he cried so much.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I had the same
He
experience.
cried that my mother was like, "What the fuck, you crying?" But she
crazy.
deserved it. My dad was like, "I never want to hit her again. I'm
Yeah.
done," and he
Yeah.
never hit me again.
Yeah.
My mother, she didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, my mom.
Yeah, moms are like that with their daughters. Yeah,
She didn't give up. It was a broom. It was a spatula. It was whatever.
Whatever was around.
Whatever.
Arms reach. You getting it.
You know that moment that like you did something wrong, but you in public. And she can't
the
do
look.
it.
It's the look.
And she can't do it. But you know, once you walking in the house, you like.
You know you about to get in.
You like run into your room, like you just trying to dodge
to my
her.
daughter. All I gotta do is give her that stare.
Ooh.
And she be
Nah,
like,
for real. I used to act like I'm sleeping.
Fake sleeping?
I fake
used to
sleep.
do that
That
too.
shit didn't work. One time I tried that, bro. My dad came with the belt, whacked me right out the bed. I was dumb tight.
It would work sometimes, but sometimes it was like, no, get up. Because
Yeah.
they caught on. Like, they knew I was faking it.
not me. My mom will come with the belt. My ass is under the bed. Where you going? You can't even bend your knees.
Yo.
I was hiding.
bro.
Like hiding.
Bro, those stories.
But
So-
you know what? It made us so much better.
Better,
Look at us now.
It sounded like, yo, we used to get our ass beat, but like, it gave us character, bro.
We got character. We're good people now.
Yo.
So
when you
I
hear that buckle,
the buckle.
when she get the belt, but she in another room, and you hear the tick tick tick.
No, but how about getting hit with the buckle? Like they don't hit you with
run.
they hit you with the buckle part. Oh my god.
That's when you gotta be
that's
flash.
wild.
You gotta run. You gotta hide. You gotta do something.
No, I couldn't run. I feel like running would have made it worse for my mom. Like that would have got her more
you was
tight.
a G. You was a G then.
I had to take, because even if I like did like this, like if I put my hands up to stop her or like try to avoid it, that would piss her off even more. It was like, yo, I'm gonna just take this beating for what it is and let's just move on.
Stressful times. It was hard
Stressful.
as a child, yeah.
You flinch. It's crazy.
But that is good that like we're talking about this, because this is the stuff I think of with my kids. I'm like, yo, like it's hard growing up.
Yeah.
It's hard learning these things.
Yeah.
Like for my 3-year-old, like he's really like going through like understanding his emotions and trying to. So I try my best. Lord knows. I try my best to be like the soft parent, like the quiet parent, not trying to scream at him. It comes out.
Yeah.
I scream.
It comes out.
But it's just like my first reaction is I try to be like, Kyra, what's wrong? What's going on? Tell mommy what's happening. Like, and like it's been sometimes I'd be like, you know what, mommy, I don't know. I'm like, so calm
Because they really
down.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when they in these toddler times, and you know, you could attest Z, when they in these toddler times, sometimes they crying and they don't even know what the hell they crying about. They just crying. They just having a tantrum. They tired. They hungry, and they just like, wah, wah, wah. And sometimes I ask him straight up. I be like, yo, Kyra, like why? He's like, mommy, you know, I don't know.
But you know what?
know.
That don't even sound wild to me, because at 30 I be crying and I don't know what the fuck I'm crying over. Sometimes we be in our feelings and we don't even know what the fuck
That
is
is big
wrong.
facts. I'm a big ass crybaby.
And I'm just like, yo, I'm just having a
Big
moment.
Nah, yeah, she a big crybaby.
Just having
for
a
sure,
moment.
yeah.
So if you could have a moment at 30, like why
Imagine.
can't a 3 or 8-year-old have a moment? Like, you know, it happens. Like, so I try my best to like remember that, and I try to just ask questions. Like, try to, you know, he articulates himself pretty well. Like, I
Right.
just try to ask those questions
Right.
and try to prevent like an abusive like situation or anything that's gonna like you know, God forbid, scar him.
Yeah.
Like, you know, me screaming or whatever.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like my dream is that, you know, that my son could write notes to me, even if he can't communicate with me in some way. Send me a text message or call me and be like, you know, Mom,
Yeah.
this is what's happening. You know, like that's my dream, that like my older, when they're older, they could somehow tell me in their own way, like, mommy, something's wrong.
Word.
You know, because my
Like, yo, this
my
bitch just
thing-
broke my heart.
Yeah.
I'm feeling some type of way. I'm about to pull up.
Let
Like,
me know.
yo, let's talk about
Who's
it.
bullying you?
Right.
Let me know.
Let's
Mommy
talk about
about
it.
Don't get
Right.
me started.
Don't get me
aight?
started.
Mommy
Word.
about to pull up.
That's one of the things that I do like about this whole, because, you know, like I was saying on like TikTok and whatever, it's trending this whole idea of gentle parenting. Like we spoke about that.
Yes.
And like a lot of people do feel like it's bullshit. Like you can't be too friendly with your kids. Like you gotta be like, instill some discipline. But I do like the idea of talking to your kids and at least giving them the language that they know how to express themselves. Like, yo, I am feeling a little anxious today. I'm nervous about X, Y, and Z. Like they're able to say that instead of being like, I don't know what's wrong. Or even just like brushing it off as a parent, like, oh, get over it, man up, like move on. It's not that serious. Like, I like that. I think you're doing a great job.
And my daughter be
What a good job.
texting me. I be working and stuff, and she just texts me at nighttime too when I'm working at Shanghai.
See, that's so
Wish
nice.
I had a phone at that age.
That's sweet.
I know, I didn't have a phone.
I didn't have no phone at that age. That's crazy.
Kids these days.
But yeah, that's the dream. Like,
Yeah.
just communication, straight up.
Yup.
Straight up.
I do have one last question. I asked Anthony, so thank you, Anthony. So this last question is, do you ever handle a situation presently way more mature than you would have when you were young. And then you just sit back and applaud your growth. What do you guys think?
Good question.
That's a good question. Thank you, Anthony.
Thank
That's
you.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a good
Great
one.
one. Good job.
No reaction. It's just like,
He's chilling.
what do you guys do? Anybody want to go first?
I'm trying to think of
I'm trying to think of like
a good example. Yeah.
Yeah, give an example and then like explain how it would have been different.
I could think of a general example just to start it off, since everyone's thinking.
Yeah,
While I'm talking, I could think.
Okay, go.
So I think it's just my reaction.
It's just
It's my reaction to things. Like if somebody wrongs me or if I'm put in a situation, it's just me taking the time out to be like, all right, Toni, take a breath. Let's think about this before I react. Because I used to be somebody who would react off emotion a lot. And it still happens to me. I'm upset, I'm sad, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. Like, I'm black. And it's just sometimes it's like, Toni, like, why are you blacking? Like, really understand the situation before you just. So when I could take a step back for a second and not react and really think about a situation, that's growth.
that is growth to me.
That's
bitch.
growth. That's growth. Because, past Toni,
Girl, I'm still working on it. I'm still working on
That's kind
it.
of one of my things too, because I used to be a little crazy. I mean, I still am, but just not. Me too.
There's no growth.
Just not like that.
There was no growth. I still am.
Just not the acting crazy or anything. It's just you get the death stare. That's it.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about this later.
That's growth.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk. We're not gonna yell. We're gonna talk.
Talk about
That's
this later, and we
growth.
do talk about it later, and I like it. There ain't no more reacting right at the moment.
Yeah.
It's about that time when we all gotta grow up, right?
Yeah,
That was kind of my thing too.
I think like just eliminating like that selfish moment that I had. I feel like before I was really selfish.
Yes.
Like I would just be like, why me? Why me? Why you doing this to me? Like type shit. Now it's like, I just have a totally different perspective. Like, maybe I did something. Like maybe
I need to go to therapy with y'all because me, bro, they'll tell you, bro, I was high-headed, like short-tempered. You breathe wrong.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna want to throw hands, like
For real?
yeah, especially if I didn't know you and you breathe
Oh
wrong.
my
like,
God.
But as I grow older, bro, I started to realize like you gotta meet people first. You know what I'm saying? Get to know them before you try to make a bad judgment call.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Me, it wasn't like
and
that.
that's not our fault. If you grow up in a certain environment and you gotta be protective of yourself, that's normal. You feel me? Like I feel like I grew up a certain way that I gotta react.
Right.
And we had this conversation before that I gotta walk down the street in a certain way. I gotta carry myself in a certain way.
Yeah.
But I'm moving away from that.
Yeah, me. I don't know if I could, bro. When you live in New York, this just has to be there. It's like a passive trait, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know. I used to dead eyes be with anything. I'll sit there and try to talk to you about it, but I'm gonna still give you the option if you want to throw hands. Like that's how it was. Like you're gonna be an adult, we're gonna talk about it, and then after our conversation, I'm asking you still want to throw hands.
Right. And if you with it, you with it.
A lot of
real
people
quick.
sit there and have this fake conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? And inside they really want to fight.
Right.
So we're gonna have this fake conversation just so you get your point across, I get my point across. We find common ground, but then I'm gonna still ask like, yo,
Right.
wanna run that phase still, bro?
Yeah.
Because maybe that's what it takes for you to get it off your chest. Because as men, that's what it is. It's very like territorial. We like I'm probably the bigger guy than him. I'm tougher than you, but we're not
You
gonna
just
do
gotta
that.
kind of get it out your system.
Yeah, you know what I'm
You
saying.
can
So
move
like,
on.
It's true.
I'm willing to talk first.
Yeah.
And then if you want to throw hands still, we could do that. That option's still
that's
there.
true.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Another one that I feel like that's pretty good that a lot of people could relate. It's the lying. When like people used to lie a lot, and then as they grow older, they realize that like lying is not like they would just be like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna just tell you.
That's
That's
good
me.
one. That's
Wow,
a
I
great
love that one because that's where I'm at right
I
now.
used to lie out
Me
my
too.
ass.
For
What
everything.
you talk about?
Goddamn.
I used to
Lie,
lie
yeah.
crazy. No,
Lie about
Lie,
what? Like,
cheat.
just-
no, just
No, this is
everything.
crazy.
No,
Lying,
like I
cheat.
used to, especially to my parents. I used to lie.
Yo, fat.
I
You know I used to lie to my parents.
I felt
We
that.
used to lie about where we
Shit.
was at, what we was
But
doing.
that's just going up though. Like
No, but it.
It trickles down to now in adulthood.
now,
Let me
adulthood.
give you an
Okay.
example. Perfect example. I have 2 tattoos. Why my mother just found out about my tattoos, and I got them I got one when I was 26. She never knew. And it's like this one. I moved out my house, and then I got this one. I got this one on my wrist, and then I got my nose pierced. For 2 months, I did not visit my parents because I didn't want to show them my nose piercing or my tattoo. And my mother was like, I haven't seen you in so long. You live down the block. Like, what's wrong? Is
They
everything
literally
okay?
live on the same block.
And I'm like, everything's good. I'm chilling. I just been busy. I wasn't fucking busy. This was during the pandemic. I working from home. Like, nobody, like, I'm chilling. But it's like, that's how much I was like afraid to come out and just be me. Yeah. Like, this is me. I'm a good person still. Just the way I was raised was like, if you get a piercing, you're like a devil worshiper. And you're like the worst person in the world. If you get tattoos, you're a bad person. And it's like, I'm a good person. I'm successful. I have a career. I'm a good daughter. Having a nose piercing doesn't change me, but in my head, I was still acting like that little teenage girl hiding shit from her parents. And it was, my sister was like, bitch, you 30 years old. You have your own apartment. Like, who gives a fuck? Right. Just mommy's not gonna, she might get mad, but like, fuck it. So even like she said, like just unlearning that now as an adult, like even being open, like for like 2 years, my parents didn't even know I had this podcast. Because I was like, I don't want them to know what I talk about. Oh my God, mommy's gonna get mad if she hears me saying this. And my mother, she was on it on Saturday. I had my parents on the podcast. I'm gonna have the episode out soon. But she was like, we support anything you do. You're grown, you're an adult. We know we did a good job raising you. Whatever you wanna do now as an adult, it's on you. Yeah. And I felt like, wow, I could breathe. What a relief. Like, holy shit, they can accept me just for me. And now I feel like more empowered by, like you said, not lying. Like, what am I lying for? Yeah. I'm a grown-ass woman. I don't need to be lying about shit. So, yeah, that for sure. But one thing I did want to say, a simple example was, like, before I would just hang up on people. Like, you say something I don't want to hear, click. We not talking about shit. I will ignore you for a week. I will block you. We not talking about nothing. Like, damn. Oh, yeah. That's how I was. Like, I would go weeks without talking to people. And they'll call me, ignore. We not talking about shit. We not solving shit. Now, I'm all about the conversations. Let's talk about it. Let's work it out. Let's reach a resolution. Because I am still very emotionally reactive like you. And I'm quick to be like, well, what the fuck you meant by that? Right. Why you said it like that? Oh, so we got an issue now? And so now I kind of, like you said, take a breath. Remove yourself. It be ego. You think everybody's doing shit to you, and it's like some people just are who they are. Some people have their own personality that they come to you with. You can't always think that everything is a personal attack on you. Like there's no way. That's no way to live.
It's worse when you lit too.
Or when you lit, forget about it.
Yo, bro, when I'm lit, bro, everybody look like ops.
Yes.
When everybody. I'm turning off my phone.
Yes.
That's toxic. That's not even.
You be like, why they looking at me like that?
Curse somebody out. That was in my head.
They gonna bump you by accident.
It's like, yo, what's good?
You good, bro? What's up with you?
I'm telling you.
Conversations be mad deep when you drunk.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
She's grown.
I'm grown.
She's grown. No, but yeah, this was good. How are we feeling, guys?
I feel good.
Great.
This was a good episode. I'm glad you guys came back.
I knew it was going to be great.
Thank you.
It's so great when we have friends because when they have that connection, it's like good because you guys have chemistry.
Right.
It's always good. Just like when his friends is on. I love it. Love it.
Word. You got the besties and the besties.
There you go.
I love that.
Look at that duo.
Love it.
Yeah. All right, guys. So like always, like, share, comment, subscribe.
Yes,
we hope you enjoyed this episode. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Hey.
Bye.
I loved it. Flow. Thank you, Anthony. All right.